CA Vinci, Indirect Tax Expert at ClearTax. And first of all, thank you all for attending the grand finale for Power of 21. And with us, we have our CEO Archit Gupta and CA Bimal Jain. So today we are going to discuss and understand about the best practices for the businesses during this COVID-19. So before we even start, I want to first introduce Mr. Bimal Jain. So CA Bimal Jain is an FCA, ACS, and LLB with over 21 years of experience. He is the chairman of the Indirect Tax Committee of PhD Chamber of Commerce and member of Indirect Tax Committee of SOCHAM, FICCI, ICI, and ICSI. So with this, we'll just start our session. So before that, I want to ask some of the things from CA Bimal Jain. So, say Vimojan, if I ask you, how are you even balancing your work and life in this amidst lockdown?
Very good question, Subi. But let me tell you, this work-life balance was there before as well, not only COVID-19 time period. If you look at our life, we are balancing and we need to balance our work-life balance throughout, whether it was pre-COVID-19 or during COVID-19 or post-COVID-19. Of course, since you have asked that how I'm managing my work-life balance during COVID-19, my simple answer to you would be that during this COVID-19, since offices are not on, we are sitting at home and we are doing a lot of activities. We are doing our office work as well. We are doing and managing our family as well. Staying at home, safety, that is the mantra of COVID-19. So if you want to check what I'm doing personally, believe me, I start my day as a normal day, as if I'm normally, waking up at 7:30 in the morning, then going for the exercise, doing some yoga, whatever best suiting to me in the morning, then having a morning tea, reading some newspaper here and there, and then checking out my day, what I need to do. Since we are not doing much of the assignment, so what I'm doing regular updation of knowledge and sharing the knowledge with my mass, professional fraternity, chartered accountant, company secretary, lawyers, cost and management accountant. So what I do every day, I'm doing one webinar on different topics. So I give some time to it, let's say 45 minutes to 1 hour time for the topic which I'm going to deliver on that particular day. And then in between, I look at the other assignment which is pending before COVID-19. We are trying to resolve them, but we are fortunate enough that we got good positioning in the market. Even during COVID-19, we are getting a lot of opinion work and a lot of advisory work, which we are doing. Team is working for the GST audit, GSTR 9 and 9C. So guiding my team, helping my team how to complete their assignment. And in between, I'm taking out time for myself, talking to my wife, speaking to my kids, enjoying with them, taking out some time and playing cards. Cards means they're the Uno kind of, cards which is available in the market. So we are playing with the cards, and sometimes we are enjoying an evening, coming on a rooftop, maybe having 15 minutes, 20 minutes smooth walk, light walk, talking to my wife, and picking up my phone and talking to my nearer and dearer ones, which we were not getting much time, before COVID-19. Now during COVID-19, I'm having time, so I'm just making call to them, talking to them, checking out what they are doing, how's happening in their family. Sometimes helping my wife to cook some puri, bhaji, whatever best possible from my side, making tea also sometimes. So whatever best I can do. And in the evening, we do puja. We are Jain, they're the one Bhaktambar Strot. I do not know whether you would be knowing or not, or mass audience would be knowing or not. It takes around 30 minutes time. So we all sit down together at home and do chanting of this Bhaktambar Strot and Namokar mantra. This Namokar mantra is the most biggest, you can say, Jain mantra. I'm just taking 1 minute to chant this mantra: Namo Arihantaram, Namo Siddharam, Namo Aryaram, Namo Vajjayaram, Namo Loye Sabbasavaram. With this mantra, we are, giving our all prayer to all the goddess in this world. And after doing this aarti and puja in the evening, which takes around 1 hour time, then time comes seeing Ramayana. So Ramayana is the episode which is going on. We all are watching together, learning the principle of our, ancestors. What is the principle? Why principle is important in the life? That's what we are learning in a Ramayana. and then it's times to enjoy a little bit here and there, doing some gossiping here and there. It's time to bed, and then sleeping. This is how normal days are going on during COVID-19 time period.
Wow, this is really like it's like how you're balancing your work and life is really good. Like we are able to actually we want to learn so many things from you, like how you're
Thank you very
playing,
much.
how you're helping in cooking food and all, and in fact also look, doing this webinar so that our community can learn new things. So
Sulbi, I
this is
can tell
actually great.
just one thing I want to tell you. See, there's nothing magic in it. I know that you must be enjoying with your family. Since I'm not asking question, that's the reason you're not saying. Let me counter this question to you. You can also say within a minute or two how you're enjoying your day during COVID-19. I am looking answer from your side. I'm sure you'd be having similar kind of activity, but you can also say your viewers that how you're enjoying your day during this COVID-19. You can say for a minute or two.
Yeah, so if you ask me about this, for me, like my most of the day goes in maybe helping the nation in learning this GST. So I used to record some videos. And if you ask me about passions, yeah, I love cooking. So I have like tried so many dishes now. So I've like learned so many
Okay.
new dishes. And
Okay.
apart from that, yeah, I love playing Ludo. And now we have like started online Ludo and all this thing. And I used to play guitar and other things. So I have
Okay.
like started learning guitar and I'm like, okay, now let me have the new habits. So that is what I'm trying out. So this is like a new
That's
experience for me altogether.
that's very good. So next time, whenever I'm coming to Bangalore, I will come down to your place and would like to have food from your side. Sweet
Yeah.
dishes, many dishes. All right, Peach, go ahead.
So after that, I want to just understand from you, like what you think about the especially tax community and in fact these businesses and tax professional, how they can cope up during this lockdown.
Uh, See, this question has mixed kind of stuff. It all depends on individual tax professional, how they are looking their professional career as such. I know that during this COVID-19, offices are closed. We all are working from home. But now this e-platform, and we used to know that this e-platform is going to be future for all of us together. So if we know what is the content, let's say I have to file my GST return, whether GSTR 1 or 3B. Fortunately, due to tax relief measure, these are now being postponed. But you can do everything online now. Even for meeting, you need not require to have physical presence. We can do video conferencing and resolve the queries as I'm doing. So my advice to all such professionals would be, okay, well, you feel like something is locked down, but to my mind, it's locked down in the mind only. You can work as normal as you want. You can just plan yourself in case you want to fix a meeting with your client through video conferencing. So many mediums are available where you can do video conferencing. So I feel like it is all depending on individual. I don't feel that the lockdown can create any kind of impact as a closure in a business. It is all virtual mindset, like you said by yourself that you are learning GST and you're creating more passion for the subject matter GST. Even during this COVID-19 time period, I'm also recording certain videos which only talks about how to use your time period in COVID-19. And lot many followers, those who are following me, they wanted me to check how they can create interest in GST. So I'm recording video for them and telling them, boss, you start with your chargeable section. Chargeable section says so many things, like what is the levy, what is the rate, what is the valuation, what is the time of supply. So within one chargeable section, you come to know what is that supply meaning all about, and how you can determine what is the supply in GST for the chargeability of GST. So I'm saying during this lockdown, impacting is the only in the mind. It's all the mindset. I am of the opinion, which I believe, as I said for my routine as well, that I'm not feeling locked down myself. Rather, I'm feeling I'm getting more time period to talk to myself and see the kind of innovation, creativity which I can do in my work. Just return filing, I don't feel like a tax professional work. Tax professional, I mean for such a bigger and wider term. That's the message I'm giving to each one of you. If you feel like you're only tax return filer, don't assume like that. You're a different person. Make unique specialization of your professional area and grow up like anything. Use this COVID-19 time period so that you can start in a transformation way. You can visualize yourself, your capability and excellency, and then you can do practice once we are out from lockdown time period. So to my mind, lockdown is only in the mind. Nothing is impacted. You must work it out something, because when something gets closed, something gets opened up as well. We have to look at the open side, which we can utilize for our professional career, for our professional assignment, and for serving to the client as a nation whole. That's my message to all the tax professionals.
Yeah, totally agree on your point. Especially the point is like lockdown is only in our mind, and it's
Yes.
all on us, like how we have to proceed, how we have to work. So we can actually learn sort lot many things right now in this lockdown, because now we have actually time to even spend some time with the family, and also at the same time we can work, we can learn new things. So that
Yes.
is how this will actually help the tax professional building their knowledge. If they want to learn new things, they can explore new things. So I guess this will actually help our users in knowing like what exactly they have to do now. So going with this, I want to know from you, like especially in the month of June and July, which will keep every CA busy due to numerous tax return filing. How can these, especially CAs or tax practitioner, manage their compliances during this month? And do you suggest they hold back until June for GST return filing, or finish filing as soon as possible?
Why to hold back, Subi? I said lockdown isn't only mind. If you're having data ready for a company, you must file the return right away. Why you're waiting for the last date when you see the server is occupied and lot many occupancy comes at one go? You must plan the activity in a manner that once data is ready from the company, and all data is on net, on cloud base, you can take the data, compile the data, file the return. In case you're not having data from the client, then I can understand some problem is there. But for that also, you can plan it out some piecemeal basis, some plan in a phase manner. Okay, for filing GSTR1, I require lot many information from a client, or filing GSTR3B, I need lot many information from a client. You can just plan phase manner what all information you're looking from a client. In case data is available, let's compile it, reconcile it, and get it ready just to upload it as and when you're having full data. And wherever you are having full data, you need not require to wait. And why you are getting into month end, June end, or July beginning to file all these return at one go for all clients? This is not called planning. Planning is called how you can plan your time in a better way, in an effective manner that will give you the maximum utilization. So that should be the way. My advice to all the tax professionals would be, now during COVID-19, we have understand that physical is going to be remote in time to come. We are on an e-platform. We have to make sure, and we have to ensure we are getting data online from our client, and compiling the data, reconciling the data, verifying the data, and then reverting back with the observation to the client on e-platform. And as and when required, we are filing the same. We should not wait for the last minute or last date to come in. So my advice, no, do not really wait for June end or July beginning. Let's start and do your work. In case something is pending, park that particular work and then carry on with other work, like the way I'm doing it. As I told you that during this COVID-19, I'm giving a lot of advisory and consultancy, and that through e-platform, and clients are very happy to see me through video conferencing, and their queries are being resolved. Recently, I can tell you, I got one query from a client. He was from UK. He saw one webinar at PSD platform, and he was having some doubt on export of services. He quickly chipped in with my number, and everything got organized, video conferencing. Their team joined that particular video conferencing, and that got resolved. See, both sided, corporate client got resolved, and I provided my services to the client, and that too on real-time basis. My suggestion to all the tax professional, boss, now time it's we are moving on e-platform. We have to automate ourselves, we have to plan ourselves. We should not wait for the last minute, and this last minute working we have to really done away from our mind. That is my suggestion to all of you. I try from my side, though I'm not the person, my we are not filing return for the client. We do high end work and middle end work. Lower end work we are not doing, but we advise our client that you should complete your task on timely basis. Do not wait for the last minute. My only mantra to all the tax professionals would be, Use your time to the best of your efficiency and capability. That will give you the time to make something premium out of it, some other good work where you may have premium for that. Do not get yourself involved only in tax return filing. That is the one area which may be, getting fetching revenue for you. But in case you do on timely basis, you get some extra time to work on premium areas like advisory, consulting, writing an article, interacting, webinar, so many things, many things you can do. So that is my advice to them. Last day, last minute, sorry.
Totally agree. Like, why should we even wait for this maybe June, July? If we are able to do it now, better do it now. So I
Yes.
remember now one of the learning which I have learned when I was a student. So there was like my teacher used to say me, "Kal karo so aaj karo so ab, pal mein pralay hoegi, bahuri karega kab." So now this remind me of that doha which we used to like
Yes,
listen at
yes,
that time when I was a student. So
yes,
now this
yes.
reminds me, and yes, we should always finish the work, jo bhi, matlab, whatever we can do it now itself.
In the morning, I got one WhatsApp chat from a young company secretary. Yesterday, I was on ICSI platform. I did one webinar for them for all India. When max around 15,000 company secretaries pan India attended my webinar. One of the young company secretary girls chipping in today and asking me, sir, where from I should start GST? I really want to learn GST. I said in one line to her that wherever you want you want to start, you must start. You should not wait. You should not wait where from to start. So wherever you are liking to start, you start, and I'm sure once you start, you will get the path. So there's nothing like you have to wait where from I need to start. It comes only when you start.
Yeah, totally agree on this.
Yeah.
So with this, I want to like understand from you, like since this GST is completing its third anniversary this year. So are you satisfied with the evolution of GST?
So what do you want me to say? Good or bad? I don't know. If I say good, I will get certain school coming back to me and telling me that, sir, how come it is good? It is creating so many problems for us. See, the server is not working. Law is getting changes so frequently. By the time we learn the law gets changed. So many things are happening. So many notifications, circular, trade notices. Even now, Twitter is working faster than circular and notification. Lot many things are happening, and you're saying good. So I know that the one school who would be saying no, it's not good. Another school would be coming and saying yes, GST is very good. Multiplicity gone, double taxation gone, cascading gone, one nation, one tax. So you will have mixed answer to this particular query. No one can balance this answer, but I can tell you in one line. GST definitely has given added advantage to the country. Believe me, see the multiplicity of taxes, 17 indirect taxes, 23 cess merging into one basket. See the ease of business coming out. Double taxation. Earlier, you used to go to restaurant and paying service tax and VAT both together. But at least you know now that this restaurant services, works contract, these are supply of services. So double taxation is not there. Cascading gone, tax on tax. Because what happened? You have seen in pre-GST era, central excise was included for chargeability of VAT, and VAT was included for chargeability of service tax, vice versa. Cascading was there. To certain extent, cascading gone. I'm not saying that fully cascading gone, but to certain extent, cascading gone in GST. I know that a block credit concept in GST under Section 17, subsection 5, but still to certain extent, cascading gone. And one nation, one tax. Of course, whatever GST law you're doing for Karnataka, that is applicable pan India from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Whatever GST law I'm doing in Delhi, that is applicable pan India, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, or anyone at the 3-tier city or 4-tier city, remote location, whatever GST he's doing, the same GST applicable pan India. I know there is certain myth also that GST is not one nation, one tax, because sometimes we get confused that there is CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST, compensation says. That's the reason this is not one nation, one tax. But there's a concept we need to learn. There's a dual concurrent GST model, when center and state both are levying taxes simultaneously, CGST and SGST. And IGST is nothing but a sum total of CGST and SGST. Now, in a given era, 3 years time period, you just think a newly born baby start walking. It takes a lot of time for his or her walking. It takes time. Similarly, we have to give some time to new taxation law for the country India. India has evolved this GST whereby we have done away everything and we are walking on the path of GST. Maybe from my perspective, which I look at, we need to give some time to GST. I know and agree with other schools, they may say that GST is very much dynamic, so much things happening, so many changes happening so frequently. Law is not subtle, different dimensions are coming out, different advanced ruling coming out. Center state are not having synergies, circular are not on same page. Even advanced ruling, one authority of one state differing with another authority in other state. Lot many things can be stated, no doubt, no denial. But my answer, within this phase of life, we are evolving. We are trying to build a pace. I'm sure that in case we all try, taxpayer and tax department and government come forward, we can definitely make GST as a good success. Hi Achit, how are you?
I'm very good, sir. How are you?
Very fine. Seeing you after a long time.
I'm seeing you after a long time, sir. In a very different world.
I yes, agree. No denial to it. But you're doing good job. I wish all success.
Thank you, sir. आपको sir हम सुनते रहते हैं. Like it's been a pleasure, absolutely, to hear and see you in so many forums and see the love of community, the love the community has for you.
It's all, both way. You're doing your part, I'm doing my part, and we are loving each other. That's the best part of it.
Awesome.
All well. What about you? All well at family end?
Sab badhiya. Everything is excellent, and God's grace, everybody's healthy in the personal side also, and clear tax में भी कोई case नहीं है अभी तक, कोई बीमार नहीं पड़ा है, so I'm very happy about that.
That's great. Stay safe, stay home, and wish and pray for all care by all blessing by the God.
Yeah, absolutely, sir, absolutely.
Yeah, now Subi start now. Now Subi will start, and then we will officially in official mode. Subi, back to you.
So thank you, Vimal sir, for sharing your thought. So now let me introduce ClearText founder and CEO, Mr. Achit Gupta. Hey Achit, thanks for making time to be part of the session and address the query of the viewers. So I will be asking first question from you, which is how you are currently looking after, especially the organization side because of this lockdown. Like how you are balancing the work and the life.
Right. So I think it's a very interesting time, Subi. Because we are all working from home. Every single person who works at ClearTax is under this lockdown, and we are all working from home. So it's a very interesting balance, at least at a personal side. What I try to follow a few things where I try to keep a very disciplined work day, so that I start my day at early time, work out a little bit, get to work, treat it like a full day at work. I don't sit on a couch or a bed. I sit on the proper table chair, do my work, and I keep my video on for every single hangout call that we do here, so that I remain focused, very focused with the. I think the broader team also has adjusted quite well, to this. I think we always were using cloud-based tools as a company, so we were on Google tools where we have Gmail and Google Docs, and we have a culture of writing at the company. So I think some of those things have really worked out well in this time when we are all remote.
I think this is really useful, and some of the things we should also implement in our day-to-day life, like maybe doing exercise and all. So going towards next, how this lockdown impacted your employees and most importantly your customers during this period, and what are the challenges that you have faced in keeping your employees motivated during the time of this crisis?
Right. So I think I think few things, right? Like first, I'll focus on customers, and then maybe talk about employees, and then the motivation aspect, right? So I think on the customer side, I think we serve individuals who are who file their taxes with us, small businesses who do invoicing and taxes with us, large enterprises who do GST filing payments and so on and so forth, CA firms who use our technology for taxes, TDS, and GST. So overall, I think the people who are most affected are small businesses actually in this time of lockdown, because business has stopped and they are stuck inside. So I think that is the area where there's a massive impact, and I think supply chains are deeply affected. Truck movement had halted. Like overall, migrant labor had gone, so there were no factory workers and some of those challenges. So what we heard from businesses was uh, like a serious cash crunch and a cash flow issue. So I think from a customer perspective, I think that to me is the top of mind. I think that is the number one problem customers face. So I think we are thinking of how to help customers in this, small medium businesses, especially as government starts to launch certain schemes for benefits and stimulus packages. We want to help out at least with knowledge, with how to apply, how to be part of uh, getting to some cash flow or some relief from the government. Second part is I think there is a we did well on the Power of 21 series, which I'm participating at the grand finale with Sir Bimal Jain ji. So it is a lot of fun to be here. And I think the CA community, I think it's a lot of fun because they focus a lot on knowledge, and they are thorough professionals. So I think for them, this was a good time to sharpen their learning and use programs such as ours or others for the Power of 21. And maybe instead of watching Netflix, they spent some time on this on these webinars and learned a lot. And I think on the individual taxpayers, we did a lot of sessions. We worked with ICICI Bank and some other partners where we help people understand the financial impact of COVID. Uh, the markets crashed. There was a lot of fear around mutual funds, fear around what will happen to their money, and overall, our endeavor there is to provide clarity, and same, just like CAs, we spend time educating individual consumers. I think enterprises broadly, I think are fine unless they are in the travel or hospitality industry. They'll survive this after 30 days. Uh, I think overall, my belief is India will emerge from this stronger, but it's going to be a journey on the customer side. On the employee front, I think uh, Subi, that's a great question, and it's been fantastic. I'll tell you, we as a company went into lockdown before our Prime Minister Modi ji put the lockdown, right? So I think the management team had a few thoughts, like how will we get productive as a company, how will we collaborate remotely. We have never done that before, and I think our employees, our team members at ClearTax have done fantastic. I think they've positively surprised all of us. They have not let productivity go down. They've worked very hard. Our engineering product teams are working very hard to improve our product even more as customers come out of this lockdown. I think overall everybody, whether it's sales, marketing, every place, people are working very hard, doing some of these knowledge series, helping customers, and really, I'm very proud of the team. And I think I've not done much in terms of motivating them. They are the ones who are motivating me and giving me energy. But I think some things I keep sharing every week. I I try to write one email to everybody, and we do these company-wide all hands town halls regularly, so that people understand at least what am I thinking. I share a lot of tidbits around how to work out because at home, because I feel like it's very important to keep fit in these times where you're stuck in the house. And I share some personal thoughts on say meditation, yoga, so that people can keep themselves relaxed in this time and be stress free. uh, I also talk a little bit about at this time, it's important to help others. So I think having that focus on customers, helping customers or helping people who may be in need, is a good thing to focus on, because for us, like, we are very lucky, we are very fortunate. Life is kind to us, and there are people who are out there struggling, and so I think our employees are doing a good job there also. So those are my broad philosophy.
Yeah, totally agree on this. And in fact, me also being a part of ClearText, like I always get motivation from you. Like you, whenever you send mails with so many things which you do in your life, and which actually help us in doing that thing and trying that out, and that is really useful. And
Yeah.
not only that, in fact, I always listen to so many like customers and all, so they are like very helpful to ClearText in launching this Power of 21 series. So they like we are learning so many things, so instead of just wasting our time, we are learning new things, so which
Yeah.
is actually a great help for them too. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I'll
with
share
this,
something funny. Me and my wife, we use these YouTube videos where we were just following a dance workout, and we did bhangra, and we keep trying new things. We try cooking, and like we keep the lockdown entertaining, and we try to keep learning instead of just like sitting and watching TV.
I agree. And in fact, I remember like I have seen your like pics of the food which you have prepared, and it is so delicious that sometimes I feel like, okay, I also want to try this out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So with this, I also want to like understand from you, as we know that government has announced major tax reliefs to the population, both in terms of GSTR, ITR, and in fact in the ROC part. So what are your views on that announcement?
Right. I think definitely the government took the right step. I think it was very welcomed by the industry, and I think like the overall the overall relief towards both filing deadlines and the fast tracking of refunds, which injects cash flow back to taxpayers, is a very welcome move. Overall, like I think the government uh, did that rapidly. I think the one thing which is awaited, which the industry awaits, is like the stimulus package around for businesses, and maybe further reliefs around, say, the tax rate and other things, or refunds or trade incentives, which could really stimulate the economy. So I think some of that will be interesting, but overall, very good move. I think. But with that said, I have a further thought, like professionals, CA professionals and industry has seen the power of cloud in this time, and I think professionals are now prepared, like as the economy comes out of lockdown. I think our professional CA community in India is a very high quality community, which they are tax experts and professionals. They learn tools very fast, so they are very good at learning new technologies, new systems, and so I think they will adopt to this new lockdown, work from home, or meeting clients less in person, and they will adopt new technologies, new tools on the cloud, and they will like be able to hit the deadlines which the government comes out after this lockdown.
Yeah, completely agree on this. In fact, just to add one point, recently we have also seen that government has started allowing the filing 3B using EVC rather than the DST, which was again a good move, and people are actually able to file their return when they're stuck at home. So, like this, they've also given some relief, maybe in interest and late fees, so that in case they are not able to file because of some documents and other things, still they can just get some relaxation, especially in this late fees which is levied earlier.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's a good move. Yeah.
yeah. So, with this, I want to like know from you again, when we are looking into this amendments which has been now introduced in this taxation system. So, what steps has ClearText taken in the last month to meet the requirement of its user?
Right. So I think overall, we've just like we try to focus on two three things. Right. One is implement the changes which the law, as the law changes, like we change our software to adopt to the changes in the law. The second thing we work a lot on is uh, partnering with the expert CA expert community, tax expert community, partnering with the professionals who work at companies to disseminate the knowledge of these amendments, the impact, and make sure that this reaches every place. So I think these two broad things that we as a company focus on, and overall in the lockdown time, people are more available online, I would say. So I think it has been easier to get the information across. than in the past.
Okay. So extending the same question, if I just ask you, what can the consumers of ClearText look forward in the coming month from the organization's stacks of product?
Right. So overall, I think one thing which I'm very excited by, the first thing which I'm very excited by from our CA expert community, tax expert community, is we have now integrated, and COVID became the sort of catalyst for us. Like we first did integrate our tax cloud, TDS, ITR, TDS, and GST offering onto one cloud platform. So we are calling that as Compliance Cloud, and we are making available all of our tools at one login, one identity system. Earlier, ClearTax had all these products, but they were all different, and our CA professionals could not work on the one platform with one login with very easily. So that was step number one, which we took. The second thing which we are excited by is providing more and more cloud tools and work from home tools to the broader community, because we feel the world has shifted, and now is a good time to provide experts with a mobile app, and we are coming out with our mobile platform, which will help every expert, every CA work anytime, anywhere, when they need to look up, take some actions, do anything around their work at any time they feel like, and empower their staff, empower the articles, empower the staff that works at these firms. So those are two very important things. The third one is as the regulatory clarity comes into new returns in GST, we'll be ready with the launch. We have done a lot of groundwork for the April 1st view of the government, and we were ready. And something we look forward to launching once there's clarity. The other part is more focus on audits. So GSTR 9, 9C, there's a significantly more focus, and we've heard our users, our community asking for more software around that, and our GSTR 9 capabilities are very well loved, and we receive a lot of appreciation for the technology. So we want to double down and offer more of that. We've invested more recently in having strong Tally connectivity, and I think as users come back in June to file, data will move seamlessly from Tally into ClearTax systems with one click, and they will have a much easier time. We have invested in creating a desktop utility for people who are on Windows machines to have a ClearTax installable desktop package along with the cloud offering that we provide, so that they can work anywhere. So overall, these 4-5 measures for our users in the enterprises, electronic invoicing, which was supposed to launch on April 1 and has been postponed to October 1. I think that is a very exciting change in the regime, because that digitizes an invoice and creates a lot of business simplicity as it gets adopted. I think the teething phase will be tough, but after it goes live, it will be very powerful. So we feel electronic invoicing will be exciting and very good for businesses to digitize even further. So we feel like that's a very positive move, and when that happens, we'll support the businesses with our software on that. And the other thing which we are working on is and this is unrelated to our compliance business, but overall we are hearing from the business community a lot of pain around cash flow. So we are looking at in any ways that we can help in cash flow, and partnering with banks for lending programs and stuff. That is overall a measure that we think should serve the economy well. So these are the broad things that I can think of.
This is very interesting, and especially if we just talk about this lockdown, this is actually going to help users and in complying with the taxes. And also, I guess when you told about the working capital which is getting stuck for the SME, so you're also helping them out. So this is really useful. And with this, I want to understand from you, especially when it comes to COVID-19. So how it's going to affect India's long-term growth? What do you think on that point?
Right. So as India, our future is very bright. So I think this COVID-19 will come and go, and as a country, we are very strong and we are very resilient, and we will come out of this as a very strongly as a country. And I think overall, like we have managed the number of cases very well by going into lockdown early. And while there are economic challenges, I think the health we saved the lives of our countrymen, and there has been sacrifice for that, right? So, but overall, like I feel like that there will be 6 months to 12 months of a recovery time that we need as an economy. I think during this time, everybody will have to come together and contribute their part to the economy. We'll all have to work very hard as citizens, because overall, I mean, like overall, we are a developing economy. We have a journey to go to become a developed economy. So we have to work very hard during this time, because it affects our poorer parts of the population. It affects cash flow pockets, and unlike the US, we are not able to do like very heavy stimulus packages of trillions of dollars. We can only do some fiscal responsibilities and so on and so forth. But with that said, like I think, for example, Tim Cook of the Apple CEO was talking about, like he anticipates a V-shaped recovery. A lot of banks and auto manufacturers also expect there'll be pent-up demand after some of the lockdowns close down. So overall, I feel confident that like demand should slowly recover. I think supply chains, cash flow, that part will need effort, but things should normalize in a 12-month window. Overall, when I look at the Indian economy and our citizens at a 10-year horizon, we'll come out very strongly, and we'll be one of the most important nations in the world, and we are on that pathway. So I feel very confident that we'll succeed, and I think this lockdown will teach us all new ways of learning, new ways of doing work, adopting to new realities, and we will all adapt and grow from here.
Totally agree on this point, and this actually helps all of our users in knowing and understanding your view on this. So
I think I should ask a question to Bimal sir, because like I think like I'm a huge fan, so I want to like hear his perspective. Like, and I think sir, it's a very powerful thought, sir, which you shared. Like the lockdown is in the mind, and I think we have to just overcome that, and then our actions follow. So I think I have a few questions from like and like obviously we are cloud based as a company. So I think for us, like we think of the cloud, we are cloud native. We like to call ourselves as cloud native. Everything about us is in the cloud. We use technologies and so on and so forth. But I think, what do you feel, sir, on the on tax experts and CA firms and tax professionals, right? Like after the lockdown subsides and like things go back, what is in your mind the new normal, and what do you feel like how will the ecosystem and the behavior of professionals evolve, and like what do you feel in terms of like technology adoption and cloud adoption and so on and so forth? Like I just wanted to get your thoughts, sir.
See, if you look at GST or any taxation laws, this is evolving in the country. Now, IT adoption and cloud adoption is becoming must over a period of time. Those who are still thinking, they have to really, change their mindset. See, without adopting IT system, without adopting cloud-based system, in time to come, it would be very difficult to comply with any taxation laws, be it GST, be it income tax, be it FEMA, anything. So what is important as on date for all tax professionals, my message to them would be that now we have to move out from our, pre-settled thing to a new era, which is the cloud-based. So mindset needs to be changed. Now, what challenge which I foresee in the mind of tax professionals, they are not trained properly. Sometimes they take their own time to really train themselves on that particular app. Now, there are a lot many app and tools are available in the market, and which you are doing for your ClearTax as well. But what is lacking behind the kind of connectivity, how to use that particular app or particular application or system? So maybe my suggestion to both the sides, service provider and service recipient. Service provider means you are the person who is giving this cloud-based application and tool, and the person who want to use the same, they need to come forward and understand. Like I got mobile, but mobile is having so many usage. I'm damn sure that most of the guys are not even using 50% of mobile utility. For simple reason, either they are not aware of, or they are not confident of, or they do not know how to move to that particular utility to use the same. So maybe this cloud-based or IT-based application tool we are referring to, maybe we need to organize certain free kind of training, hand-holding program for them, so that one can guide them, tell them this is what IT-based, cloud-based system application tool available. Use it in this manner. These are the features available in this manner. Maybe a different language. Sometimes you're more comfortable in Hindi language. Sometimes you're more comfortable in regional language. Sometimes you're comfortable in listening in English language. Maybe we can create multiple language kind of training program, and then tell them this is the best way to use that cloud-based application or IT-based application. So whatever you're doing from your side, you're doing good job, no denial to it. What is required from the tax professionals, chartered accountant, company secretary, CMA, or tax payers, they have to really understand and start using these applications for their advantage. And application may be having multiple advantage, but how to use for the multiple advantage, maybe hand-holding is required. That is my message.
Yeah. So intent is there, but training, learning, hand-holding, investing time in that is super essential.
From
So
both sides.
from both sides. And one question, sir, I'll put a controversial spin to the question. How, like, do you anticipate fear in the professional community in using cloud-based technology? That they still think on-premise technology, which is, oh, I can control this data, and like I can control this, because like now smartphones are fully connected, right? People use WhatsApp for communication. People use, so the world has changed. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on, like, do you see that? Do you see that fear in the community, or you don't see the fear in the community?
No, fear is there, because what happened, we are talking to a community who has worked mainly on, old platform. Now we wanted them to come on IT-based platform or cloud-based platform. They are fearful about, and they do not know how to protect. Sometime I'm not saying that everyone does not know about it.
Right.
I'm saying some of them are having fear how to use and protect their own data. See, with one example, I can tell you. Uh, Earlier we used to protect our all mark sheet, certificate, physical copy in Almira. But now those concept has got changed from that physical copy to e-platform. We have to protect the e-certificate. And how to protect the e-certificate? User ID and password. It's simple. Like, I'm maintaining my email, I'm changing my user ID and password. My user ID and password need regular change to protect my data. It's like a lock, whether I need to check whether my lock is working or not. So cloud-based, because now data is getting voluminous. Data need to be transmitted from A corner to a B corner, from A country to B country, from X zone to Y zone. You can't have physical mode to carry it on in time to come. We have to really move. Mindset has to be changed. Data need to be transformed from one language to another language. So to my mind, fear is not the answer, and fear cannot be the answer. What we need to understand, we need to train ourselves, we need to develop, we need to evolve ourselves. No way forward, e-based, cloud-based is going to survive. We need to learn ourselves how to protect our own data, and protecting the data, what are the costs required, what best we can do. So from both the side, as I said, provider and recipient, we need to come together, and we need to really convince the audience, boss, this is the way we can do it. This webcast or webinar, I know that this webcast and webinar is having lacking of physical presence together. But there's a way we can educate and train our audience, target audience. If as a speaker, I know how to train my audience, even sitting at a different place, it's a task of provider. It's a task of provider who tell them to the audience, no, boss, you need not require to come back to me. I can do operations sitting in the US for a patient in AIIMS in Delhi, or vice versa. It's a kind of system we are evolving, and that is the dates we need to see in future. My future generation will see that kind of time period. So we need to start from somewhere. Fear is not the answer. Fear has got some inherent bottleneck. As I said, lockdown is only in the mind. I don't believe lockdown is there. It depends on the mind, how you are looking lockdown as your career perspective, as your life and work-life balances. It's all in the mindset. So I can only say fear is not the answer. Rather, adoption of IT platform, cloud-based platform is important. It's your choice where you want to go, but you need to transform yourself.
Exactly. So I also like strongly agree with your message, sir, because fear is not the answer. Choose the right tool, whatever the right
Yes,
tool. But like adopt, learn, like invest time, and like
yes,
for our duty also like is to educate and train millions of like users who can then be empowered. And your message we take very strongly on regional languages whether it's Hindi or Tamil or Telugu, and we have to
yes,
get the trainings in any language possible. So great
yes,
message,
yes,
sir.
yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Archit sir, can I ask you one question now?
Absolutely, sir.
See, Sulbi was she has given a lot of positive and courageous word. I know ClearText team would be happiest team under your leadership. At the same time, you're also providing the app and tools, auto-based, cloud-based, to the clientele also, taxpayer also. But during this so fast changing in GST laws by rules, regulations, circular notification, how you cope up with the software changes? Because it takes hell lot of time to change the software language. It's not easy to change anything just within a night. So with these many changes happening so frequently, even we have seen the challenges on GST and network, where Infosys is not being able to cope up with the changes happening so frequently in GST law. How you and your team is coping up with these changes and making changes in such app and application which you're referring to.
Right. So, sir, very frankly, I'll share some part of the journey has been tough, right? And I want to start with that, first start by thanking my team, which has kept up and kept the changes going, and I want to show an insider peek to this problem because I think ITR systems. I actually, when I look back, I found like it was easier to build them. The change and the flux and the constant battleground was not as much in ITR and TDS. GST was another ball game altogether. So I think it has been. I think it's been like very challenging, tremendous amount of fun, but very challenging. I think I want to start with that. Second, I think we had to really invest in a few things. One is like having a larger than what we had initially modeled engineering team. So we had to really increase our capital outlay for an R&D and engineering team so that we could write code and really build services which could reach so many enterprises, CAs, and working professionals, and so on and so forth. So I think that was challenge number one. And we initially underestimated how much change and flux there will be. And the second thing which we had to do really was really start building infrastructure which can then be used to. So the analogy there is to build the highways and the roads and the trains, the train tracks, so you can actually build the platform and the train station much more easily, because once you have the physical the software infrastructure. So for the software infrastructure, we recently built out new technologies which can do connecting with ERP systems, whether it's Tally system, SAP system, Oracle system, or like a smaller software. So first we had to build that. Then we built out reconciliation engines from scratch, which meant uh, if the GST law was changing, our reconciliation engine could change with just a configuration and not having to rewrite the code. Then, for example, we built a more recently a reporting engine. So when and you've probably involved in all of that. Like there have been so many changes in the law, in the calculation and the rule engine, that we have received a lot of love and hate from users around this 3B versus 2A report does not match the law, and the GSTN is showing something else, and you are showing something else, and your interpretation of the law is different from my interpretation of the law, and so on and so forth. So we had to really walk the journey in terms of building a very high configuration, highly malleable system where you can change things based on configuration, based on rule engines. So we have to really innovate and really work hard on this. And I think now what has happened is the platform can rapidly evolve, and I think we find ourselves more and more comfortable changing things. So our users will be very excited when they find out in the after a month or two they're launching with an entirely new experience for filing 3B, an entirely new experience for filing GSTR1. And those we are building out new because we want them to be able to do small tax returns on their smartphone itself. So on the mobile app, if they want to file a nil return, they want to make a tax payment, challan, create a challan, send it to their client, they can just do it in a few taps. So we are just creating our platform in a way which can serve them on the desktop, which can serve them on their Android phone or their iOS phone, iPhone, or the Android phone. And so they can work anytime, anywhere. They can collaborate. They can look at the work which was done by their employees on the go. So I think like it has been a big journey in terms of like creating these building blocks. So there's a lot of investment in building blocks, and that is what I think has kept us awake and like has made us work very hard. So GST has been like a tough love.
And that love is very beautiful when you have tough love and get your love. See, you're loving someone, and that is so tough, but getting her back, that is the important one. So I wish you all the best, that you have really done hard work and you're doing your best, whatever best possible from your side. My best wishes to you and to your whole team.
Thank you, sir. They really like value your encouragement. Our entire team like knows of you, and like they really like how energetically when you speak. Like I obviously have the privilege and the pleasure to see you speak, right, sir, in Jaipur when you were on stage, and and I can tell you like the entire crowd was listening to you, and like there was pin drop silence in the hall. So I think like our team is inspired by you, sir, and it is exciting.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, Vimal sir, on the lighter note, I just want to tell, especially, I want you to tell our viewers about Komal, like how she coping up with this lockdown.
That's a great question.
Still, Komal is there in your mind. See, first, let me tell you, there is no Komal in my office. There's no Komal. All of a sudden, I was giving one deliberation, and Komal name auto came into my mouth, and I said that Komal working in my office, and that time Komal used to file the return, bas jana chahiye. Return jana chahiye. That was the concept during that time period. But now Komal is doing good job. We all are Komal. Only the name change required. We all are Komal. We learn a lot in a process. The way we started GST journey, it was initially we were trying our best. We are learning, and now, like Archit has said just a while ago, that the reconciliation of 2A versus 3B, these are just one minuscule item which we are referring to in GST. But lot many things we have seen in this journey of GST, and Komal is learned it now. And Komal is sitting in front of me, who is asking the same question to me, how Komal is working now. So on a lighter note, I'm returning it back to you that we all are Komal in GST. And with the name Komal, we started with a soft, now getting toughened in GST. Wishing this success, each one of you. This finale, Power 21 GST, those who were the part of this particular program, my wish and pray to each one of you that you could succeed. You get all success after learning this 21 Power 21 GST, and everyone succeed in a GST endeavors. But as I said from my side, fear is not the answer. Lockdown is only in the mind. We have to really adopt to the new cloud-based, IT-based, and let's start doing it. Then only we will learn what are the new things coming up. When we start doing new things, challenges are being understood. Then you can find out the answer for that. And that is the way we learn, and we can educate mass audience in the process. And we can make GST good and simple tax.
So with this, I would like to say thank you to Vimal sir, and thank you Archit ji. So for actually taking out your time and be the part of this grand finale of Power 21. It was really useful in knowing your views on this. And it's really going to help our user in knowing how they can actually tackle on this part, especially when it's a tough time for them. And also the last point, which I want to again repeat, this lockdown is in our mind and not the actual one. So you have to deal with it. You can easily deal with this.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great message, Surbi. That's a great message, Vimal sir. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this session. I had a lot of fun listening to you. Thank you.
Same here. Even I heard your views as well. And I wish each one of you at ClearTax a great success in future. Thank you.